Mission Control to Space Shuttle Columbia. Request launch checklist.
All systems are go.
Okay, so they're not really astronauts, but they might be someday. Well, except for this one.
Launch minus 20 seconds.
In the past, we've only been able to explore other planets by sending probes to take pictures and gather information. But someday, we may be able to visit the planets ourselves. In fact, that's our mission today, to visit the planets.
5, 4, 3, 2,
1, and liftoff.
Before we reach our first planet, what do we need to know? Mission Control wants us to learn everything we can about the solar system, including:
what is a planet? Do the planets move? Could there be life out there? And which planet has water, oxygen, and life?
So tell Mission Control we'll be gone a while. We're going to check out the planets. Earth sure looks pretty from way up here. And look, there's our moon. Our Earth and moon are part of a solar system. Solar means sun. And all of the planets, moons, and other space objects that circle around the sun work together as a system, the solar system. Planets are very different. Some are rocky, and some are gaseous with no solid land. Some are closer to the sun than Earth, and some are farther away. Our sun is an enormous fiery ball, much, much bigger than Earth. It provides us with light and heat, two things that are necessary for life to survive as we know it. Our sun is actually an ordinary star, just like millions of other stars in space. But it's special to us because it's in the center of our solar system.
To really understand the size of the sun and all the planets, let's make a solar system pizza. Our star, the sun, is huge compared to the planets in our solar system. In fact, it's bigger than all 9 of the planets combined. Let's say the sun was the size of this really large pizza. Then Pluto, the farthest planet from the sun, would only be the size of a tiny peppercorn. Neptune would be a meatball. Uranus would be a meatball with sauce on it. Saturn would be a large onion. And the largest planet, Jupiter, would be a grapefruit. Next is Mars. It would only be the size of a small nut. Our own planet, Earth, would only be the size of an olive. Venus would be the size of a blueberry. And Mercury, the closest planet to the sun, would just be the size of a pea. Now that we understand the different sizes, let's see what each planet looks like up close. Mission Control. Approaching the first planet, Mercury. Reports say it looks a lot like our moon.
We are about to reach our first planet, Mercury, the planet closest to the sun. Mercury is a dry ball of rock with no oxygen, which does look a lot like Earth's moon. If we went to Mercury, we would have to bring oxygen with us so we could breathe. And because Mercury is the closest planet to the sun, the days are hotter than the hottest oven. So make a note for Mission Control. Without oxygen and comfortable temperatures, life as we know it couldn't exist here. Maybe we'll find something at the next planet on our stop. Venus is the second planet from the sun. It is a solid planet and has a rocky surface that's covered with volcanoes and channels, which are like dry riverbeds. But Venus is best known for its scorching heat. It's the hottest planet in the solar system, even hotter than Mercury. Venus's high temperatures are partly due to the thick clouds that cover the planet like a blanket. These clouds are not the kind we're used to on Earth. These are filled with harmful chemicals which trap heat and prevent it from escaping. That's why we have sent space probes instead of people to take pictures of its extremely hot surface. These pictures were taken from a Russian probe called Venera. No life has been found on Venus. No people, animals, or plants. Maybe we'll have better luck with the next planet. Hey, this looks pretty familiar. It's where we started our journey, our home, planet Earth. From space, you can see the blue oceans, the white clouds, and the brownish-green land. As we all know, plants, animals, and human beings do live here. Earth has two very important things that we didn't find on Mercury and Venus: oxygen and water. Oxygen in our air allows us to breathe. If we were to visit any other planet, we would have to bring our air with us. And water covers most of our planet. Not only do we drink it, but it's a home for many creatures as well. Our distance from the sun keeps our oceans in a liquid state, which humans need in order to survive.
If Earth were much closer to the sun than it is now, the oceans would boil, just like boiling water on a stove. But if Earth were much farther from the sun, the oceans would freeze solid, like a giant ice cube.
Earth's distance from the sun allows the temperatures to stay pretty comfortable for living things. Of course, some places can get pretty cold in the winter or hot in the summer. Seasons change because the Earth is tilted a little to one side. The part of the Earth which is leaning nearest to the sun has summer, while the part farther away is in winter. But in most places, most of the time, the temperature is within a range that allows humans to survive. Earth is truly a great planet, but you already knew that. Let's move on to the next planet.